building, and GoRush is just not engaging with his Devourers. He really needs to engage with these Devourers and kill some of these carriers, because these carriers are just doing way too much damage to his economy and his buildings. And GoRush now has lost 2 bases so far in this game, and Stork has lost absolutely nothing. The only probes even that Stork has lost have been the ones that he stormed himself. So GoRush for this game so far, I don't think he's done any damage legitimately to Stork yet. And if he's actually going to get a win out of this, he's going to have to push out. And I think what you said was probably his best chance in terms of getting a drop in some of these bases on the right side, maybe going for some of these tech buildings, or even going for the Stargates themselves. Otherwise, if he just sits here and plays this defensive game, he is going to lose.
Yeah, for sure. I think, though, at the same time, what we need to realize here is that although he is playing so defensively, and we've been criticizing this the entire time, is that he does have more minerals coming in. I mean, he's playing defensively, but he's also saving his units. I mean, in the end, if he just... Oh, and a Dark Archon is out now. Maelstrom going down. Oh, my goodness. And Storm going down. Epic Storms on the Maelstrom Devourers. Oh, my goodness. Oh my god, no! So many Devourers being lost there. That was pretty. Well, not so many, but I mean, that was just pretty to look at. But anyways, what I was saying is that regardless, he has mined out a lot. And actually, I don't know if we noticed this either, but he realized that he was going to lose that 9 o'clock base, so he sent a whole bunch of drones over there to mine it out even quicker than his other bases. Like, he still has his 3rd natural, and his 2nd natural. He's got all the bases on the right side still with minerals. Even in his main, actually, if you take a look at the minimap, he's got a full line of minerals there. So he's been playing this smart. He's been mining out the bases that he knows he's going to lose, except for this one apparently. But in the end, if he just holds Stork off and mines out the rest of the bases, he's going to have a stronger defense. And it'll probably come down to a stalemate, because Stork could then just switch and play defensively himself. But yeah, I mean, playing defensive isn't actually that bad. And I would commentate on how many colors are on these guys here, but I don't know if that's brown or not. I'm just gonna call it brown. That's just some kind of sick bile color. But anyways, just crazy engagements, crazy all kinds of stuff. But we're just gonna have to see. I mean, Stork is being super aggressive. We saw it with the Maelstrom attack there, but I think Stork actually has to be even more aggressive because of what I was saying. I mean, he could push GoRush back into a corner, but GoRush is going to have a ton of units. And actually, this is called the Magic Wars, so that was what I was going to say next, is that a whole bunch of storms or anything could go off, and that would help him out a lot. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, we see all these Devourers, and there is a Dark Archon around. If he can get a Maelstrom in, we can see it. Okay, the Devourers do run away. I was hoping to possibly see one of those, like, Pimpus play Maelstroms that we saw from Reach, actually, in that one game against Chojo, where he just Maelstromed like 20 Devourers. I mean, if Stork can get one of those off, the game will be over pretty quickly at that point. And I think that's one of the things that GoRush is going to have to fear, because every time he engages with these Devourers now, he's going to have to be terrified of a Dark Archon Maelstroming everything and the game being over right there. And I think he's going to have to figure out a way to get rid of the Dark Archon, whether it's like just some cracklings that come in there, surround it, and kill it real fast or something. He's going to have to do something. Oh my god, all the Devourers came in. They caught the carriers there without any support from the Corsairs. It looked like 5 or 6, maybe even more of them went down. Dark Archon does come in and manages to Maelstrom maybe half a dozen Devourers, but there weren't any Templar around. The Corsairs weren't there to really take advantage and kill all the Devourers, so Stork is down, I think, to 4 or 5 carriers now, and GoRush definitely has an opportunity now. He definitely has a chance in this game now where he can take advantage and maybe start pushing himself against Stork. And yeah, that was definitely a huge turning point in the game, finally, for GoRush, finally picking off a lot of those carriers, catching them without the Corsair support. And now we're seeing, it looks like Stork is retreating back to his main, gonna go pick up some more carriers and move on from there. And GoRush is gonna have to make sure that he goes and gets a couple more Defilers out and manages to plague the new the new carriers and makes life easier for him. And now now GoRush is going on the offensive. Now he takes his Devour, going into Stork's base, gonna go catch all these new carriers. 2, 3 more carriers, 4 more carriers go down. He can get this other one that's Plague. That's 4 more carriers going down. Stork only has like 3 carriers left. They're retreating back to this cannon position, and it looks like all of the core carriers are gonna go down. There's only one left, and it's down to maybe like 50 HP or something. Oh my god! And then a Maelstrom goes off, catches something.
Epic.
Full 20 or so Devours are caught there in the Maelstrom, and now the cannons are just having a heyday, just sitting here kicking off Devours one after another after another. And there's 3 more Dark Archons around for Stork, so if he can get to a couple more Maelstroms on, this is just a ridiculous game. All the Maelstrom, all the Plagues that are going on. Now the Acid Spore is coming back in. The Devour's picking off some more Corsairs, but all the carriers are down for Stork. And yeah, I'll let you say something for a couple minutes here. That was a pretty epic battle.
Yeah, I've been sitting to myself giggling like a little girl. That was ridiculous. Oh my god. That might even outdo, I'm sorry caller, but that might outdo the Reach versus Choja play. That was dirty and awesome. Oh my god. But I think what you missed over there was that there were 4 more gateways going down, and at this point in the game that means something huge. I mean, it's 4 more gateways in its end game, but at the same time he's tech switching. He's tech switching at this point in the game, which I honestly, I was going to say earlier too, is that, oh, and Guardian's now out on the field. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Yeah, Archons. I was just about to say it. Archons. They're going to be the most cost-effective. I mean, they're extremely expensive in the early and mid-game, but when it's this late in the game, and you have depleted geysers and Ultralis running in here, sorry, I was just going to finish up here. They're very cost-effective because they're just gas, and you get unlimited gas. But Ultra's getting stormed to crap. Oh my god. That Archon should probably push up there. Storm, oh my god. So much. This is what they mean by Magic Wars. This is disgusting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't think we need to commentate on how many any expansions going up here. There's still some minerals there over for GoRush. He has reestablished that base, not mining gas there. It's depleted, but at the same time, you know, gas is still good to have a small income coming in. But okay, way to slap me in the face there, GoRush. Put up that geyser. But anyways, I'm gonna give the lead here to GoRush. Usually this late game PvZ, the Zerg really never takes it, but I'm gonna have to give it to GoRush. He took down so many dirty amounts of carriers, and now it's Ultralis versus Archon and just a couple carriers, but I think those carriers, although I think Stork needs to stop producing them, to be honest with you. He needs to just full-on switch to Archons, because gas is just unlimited, and the amount of minerals that you're spending on a carrier, you can get 3.5 Archons for 1 carrier. So I really think he needs to full-on switch to the Archons, which he's going to have so many of. And against Devourers, they win. Against Ultralisks, they win en masse. So it's looking like just Ultralisk versus just a couple carriers, a control group maybe of carriers, and some Archons. And I think, although that would put the Protoss player in the lead with the powerful Archons, there's just too many minerals in the bank for GoRush, and he's got even more if he wants them back at his main. So I really am gonna, and plus he has map control and access to that cross in the middle of minerals. So yeah, now breaking that down to let the Archons through, like we mentioned very early game. But yeah, this is violent. This is very violent. Okay, I'll let you commentate this. What's going on right now?
Yeah, GoRush is going back to this battle where the outpost that he had originally on the 9 o'clock position, and he's trying to take it back. But with 3 Dark Archons there, that's the second Maelstrom we've already seen, so there's probably going to be a 3rd one coming up if he wants it. And a Dark Swarm did go down, but it's not exactly in the greatest position because the Ultras are actually not really even under it. They're getting hit everywhere else. When another Maelstrom goes down, catches a good 5 or so Ultras again, and now those Ultras are getting stormed. And this attack is just being foiled pretty much essentially by Maelstrom. And GoRush's attacks are just being thwarted simply by these Dark Archons. I think he really needs to figure out a way to get rid of these Dark Archons, whether it's instead of having all these Devourers, maybe converting a few Mutalisks into Guardians and trying to pick them off from the back, or just try and get a bunch of Hydralisks out and try and catch them from afar, because if he just sits with this, okay, and now we see another aerial battle and Storm going down and Archons underneath the Guardians. The Guardians really need to move, otherwise these Archons are going to do a lot of damage in the middle of the map, but it looks like almost all of the Corsairs are going down. There's still Templar around and they're storming, and I think at this point, it looks looks like, yeah, it definitely looks like Stork has the field because he has all these Archons that the Guardians can't touch, and it doesn't look like GoRush has anything to deal with all these Archons. Even if he has some Ultras, I don't think that he's going to have enough to take on this number of Archons, and there's no Swarm, so those Archons are doing full damage to the Ultras rather than doing just Splash. So GoRush definitely needs to get some Defilers back out, make